Oh, I want to make a video on this experience I had a couple of days ago, talking with this guy that, wake up with me, like this guy's selling a course for 11.95 on how to wake up. And um, somebody asked me to go and check out his channel, and I checked out his stuff, and he's charging 11.95, which I commented and said good stuff, but got a problem with this. um, Guy took offense to it. The phone call was really, really, really negative. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, because I do see um, a lot of us are doing this. And basically, this guy, when we had the phone conversation, I assumed that we're going to have this conversation about, okay, what's your opinion? What's your opinion? And see where our opinions lie. And he obviously wants to do something good for the planet if he's waking up and thinks that that's important, and so do I. So I would think like-minded people would be able to have a decent conversation. But what the phone call was focused on is this guy wanted me to recognize the words that I said were offensive, and that I should own my responsibility for the words I put out into the universe, that I am doing a lot of harm to the planet, and I need to wake up to the negative energy that I put out into the universe. And if this guy could only get me to see where I'm going wrong, then the whole planet would be healed. And that's the problem, is somebody will say something that offends you, and you're really, really angry, and you wish that those people wouldn't say the things that they say, because if they wouldn't say the things they say, it wouldn't hurt you so much. And um, let's face it, being on a welfare system, which this guy has. I mean, this guy screamed and yelled at me, and all I knew, like, I had to talk over him because he was so nasty, but he was not saying anything good. Nothing had any value about anybody that's on welfare. It's like it's the biggest sin. It's like I've got the biggest problems. I am like, you know, if there were anybody that would criticize somebody for being on a social service system, this guy was pretty much the rudest person that I have ever run across. So this guy's intention, while saying let's wake up, was to make me feel as horrible as possible for being on a friggin' welfare system. And it's like, that's what this guy was latching onto. I seen it right away, because his thing is, are you on a welfare system? Do you smoke? So obviously the guy's letting me know that he's got issues with the welfare system and people smoking. If they just all stop, then his life would be better. He has no idea why people smoke, and he has no idea why people would be on a welfare system. Why? Because he's making 11, however he's making his money, the con trip that he's doing on other people is causing people, like, in the bigger picture of things, he's causing most of the financial hardships in the world, and he doesn't know it yet. He wants to see himself as always being the good guy, and never see how he's connected, with somebody else. Because anybody that would criticize somebody for being on a welfare system is completely lost their minds. Like, they're completely irresponsible financially, um, because there's a cause to why people are on a welfare system. There's something within our social settings, our communities, that cause people to be on a welfare system. It's not like, oh, I'm lazy, I just want to go collect a free check, because you can't go into those offices and get money. You have to have the right circumstances, and you know what, when you do go in and collect your checks, they are, you know, there to treat you like shit. You know, like if you ever want to feel like a bad human being, go and collect your checks from there. So who on the planet would ever say, hey, yeah, that's the direction I would like to take my life into? You know, definitely was not something that I wanted to be on. It's not something that, you know, I take pride in collecting a welfare check. You know, my alarm goes off at 5. I try to get up at 6. I'm trying to put out work. I don't charge people because I do feel the universe is paying me to live a little, you know, cover expenses needed. I do ask for donations, but I don't go around charging people. Um, and on top of it, if this guy was so concerned about me being on a welfare system, then if this guy, you know, isn't woken up and wants to wake up, then why didn't he come to my channel and donate money to me to get more information so he could be more awake? And that way, if he donated money to my channel, wouldn't that get me off a welfare system that he has an issue with? You know, but no, he doesn't want to spend his money on other people offering good services. He just wants to be the one that collects it. So, anyways, I don't really have too much of an issue collecting a welfare. Um, it's not, let me put it this way. If I worked for a CEO, um, and, and if I was working for a corporation that was making me $1 million a year selling poison that was killing kids, um, I would choose collecting money from a welfare system over working for a corporation that was doing harm. So, from that perspective, I don't really have an issue with where I'm at. Do I see something wrong with my universe? Hell yeah. This is what motivates me to get up every day and participate in the change and try and find a different way of earning a living that doesn't involve collecting a welfare system or working for a corporation or any type of company or doing any form of work that is doing any harm to anybody. Um, which um, I'm going to conclude by talking about this website. I'm really freaking excited about it. Still working on the registration form. I got to learn a whole new language, and I haven't programmed for a few years, and um, only get the computer so much time. Still haven't got my computer, although the process of getting the new computer has been confirmed. They're just waiting to get another shipment before they send it to me. The chair is going to should be delivered on next Wednesday, and I should start up at the gym probably next Friday or something like that. So it's amazing how you can come up with a dream and then poof, things come in front of you, and it's like you really just have to see that whatever's in front of somebody else is what they're dreaming about. Because, you know, I needed another computer. I have $0. You know, I'm not charging $11.95. Yes, I do get some donations, but it ain't covering all expenses. It ain't, you know, at this point. And does prosperity mean dollars? And it's like, no, prosperity came in the form of a computer. Prosperity is coming in a form of a chair. Prosperity came in form in dollars. That, you know, was donations. Prosperity comes to you in so many different ways. Um, am I asking, you know, more than enough? No, I don't really need more than enough right now. I have, you know, I'm trying to get at this website first of all. So, um, yeah, I could use a few extra dollars, but let's face it, if I spend one full year focusing on the projects that I want to do, there's nothing else that I, need money. I don't need any more clothes. Don't need a car to go anywhere with. Don't need to spend gas. Don't need insurance. A little bit of food would be nice. Um, but everything is sort of like manageable. And the hopes for this website is so freaking cool. Because what I see at the end of the day is all of us are wanting the same thing. Every single human on this planet wants the same thing, but none of us know it. None of us believe in ourselves, in each other. Um, it is like we're a bunch of lemmings just running in chaos all over the place. We're finding out that the path that we were on is wrong, but there's no other path for us to take. And the only way that we can go down a different path is we all kind of have to get organized. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. The first stage of the game is to just have this as a way of getting everybody organized. Just, hey, if you think something needs changing, sign up here. And then, the more people I can get to sign in, that just like, let's just see what we agree on. Do we agree we want change? Do we agree we want to see some statistical information about ourselves and not what the news or the government wants to show us? And then I thought, okay, so if we have everybody organized, um, here's, I would like to have some statistical data showing. So at all times, you can see how many people are involved, how many, from what country, um, and what their age group is, and how many of us want change. And then I thought, like, there is going to be somewhat of like a course. It's spreading information. It's not a matter of, hey, listen to me, here's the course, now you're going to learn something and be a better person for it. No, it's more of, here's some information might be helpful for you. So there's going to be a guided step of information that should definitely make a shift in your life. Um, Also possibly a different way of setting up another economic system. I mean, if we get everybody together and we all agree on something, if we can create a path of things that we agree on, then we're creating a path. And I think it's by asking some good questions. I don't think it's so much about, hey, here's the path we need to take on, this is what we need to do. I think it's a matter of, hey, here's a suggestion, what do you think? And do it in a form of a survey where we can all track and see what we all think and find the path where we all agree on. And I think the first stage is seeing how many of us want change. And period. Don't define the change, just say how many of us want change. So I'm kind of really can't wait for it to get done, and it's coming along really good. Peace out.